Science audience consists of Generation X, those born between 1965 and 1975. When people in this generation were children, they grew up experiencing both ways of life, one before and one after technology. Here's the four type of personas we targeted. The competitive persona wants things done their way. They crave the feeling of control. They always want a leg up. The spontaneous persona tries very hard, maybe to the point of desperation to solve a problem or reach a cherished goal. They always choose not to make an in-depth decision. The humanistic personality type tends to make slow, drawn-out buying decisions influenced more by emotion than by logic. Humanistic types don't view buying from a strictly transitional perspective. They highly value relationships with the vendors they buy from. The methodical persona craves a lot of detailed content, especially when they are making their buying decisions. They are an ideal candidate for a multi-stage content campaign. The methodical persona likes order and precision. They hate chaos and disorganization. Best Buy's traffic visitor profile is 18 million. The type of demographic cementing their use was income based. They orientate their efforts around high touch tech fans, allowing them to drive sales. The type of ads Best Buy are using are cloud marketing ads. They are in both text and video formats. The offer/incentive that they include is access to their software from anywhere, remote access. Best Buy's overall goal is to utilize cloud technologies. The average transaction for Best Buy, best case scenario, is $50. The conversion rate is 0.75%. The exposures is 400,000. The average transaction for Best Buy, worst case scenario, is $75. The conversion rate at 0.25%. The exposures is 275,000, while also increasing ad exposures by 20. Kodak's traffic visitor profile is 15 million. The type of demographics cemented they used was their client's age. The type of ads that are being used are shipping cost ads with higher exposure rates. They are in both text and video format. The offer incentive that they included is that customers will receive free ad placement with our partners from anywhere, remote access. Kodak wants to cut shipping costs by at least 25% and increase ad exposure by 15%. The average transaction for Kodak, best case scenario, is $50. The conversion rate is 1.5%. The exposures is 500,000. The average transaction for Kodak, worst case scenario, is $80. The conversion rate is 0.75%. The exposure is 300,000, while increasing ad exposure by 50. 4 to 6 branded keywords with cost per click at an average of 50 cents are digital signage, digital signs, hyper signs, HD technologies, cloud marketing, signage, cloud signage, digital marketing, and global signage. Google AdWords was used for the cost and conversion strategy. Google AdWords can reveal a lot about how many people are searching your brand online. Hypersign wants to cut ad costs by at least 15% and increase ad exposure by 15%. The average transaction for Hypersign, best case scenario, is $50. The conversion rate is 2%. The exposures is 100,000. The revenue is $1,100. Total cost revenue ratio 45.45%. The average transaction cost for Hypersign, worst case scenario, is $110. The conversion rate is 0.80%. The exposures is 95,000. Revenue was 500. Ad exposures increased by 5%. Total cost slash revenue ratio, online publisher company that my company Hypersign does business with. Wired Media Group gives us tools to survive and thrive into the future. The average monthly reach is digital 20 million, social media 21 million, video 21 million, magazine 2.8 million, and events 210,000. Wired Media Group wants to cut ad costs by at least 15% and increase ad exposure by 15%. The ad budget for Wired Media Group, best case scenario, is $150. The revenue is $1,268.75. The exposures is 100,000. Revenue is $1,100. Total cost slash revenue ratio 11.82%. The average transaction for Wired Media Group, worst case scenario, is $110. The revenue is $167.80. The exposures is 8,000. Revenue is $400. Total cost slash revenue ratio 4.57. A/B testing. Results of the tests that were discussed. Does the header eat away vertical space? Are the users being directed to dead ends on our website? Does the header grasp the user attention? And are the links easy to find?